A guru was giving advice to his disciples. He was trying to explain to them how, just as a seed is planted in the ground, then slowly but surely the seed germinates, becomes a plant, and then grows larger, enduring adverse conditions such as sun, rain, etc. for many years before finally bearing fruit. But the biggest mistake that humans make is that when they work hard, they expect the fruit of their labor to come immediately. However, in nature, that is never the case. The work we do today will bear fruit for us in the future. Before we can reap the rewards, we must also endure adverse conditions. And if we give up in those circumstances, we will never reap the fruit of our labor. This is the universal truth, and it's how our nature operates. Speaking to all his disciples, the Guru said that they must have seen many people in their lives who work very hard in the beginning, but when they don't receive the fruit of their labor after a while, they become disappointed and eventually give up working altogether. However, after some time, they realize that if they had continued working as hard on that same thing, they would have been successful today. Because when they see people around them succeeding in that same thing, they realize that they could have succeeded in it too if they had persisted in their hard work. So maybe I would have also achieved success. But at that time, besides regret, he had no other way out. Neither could he turn back time and change things, nor could he muster the courage to start the same work again in the future. When the Guru was imparting his teachings to his disciples, an elderly man stood in their midst and listened. Suddenly, he spoke up, "Guruji, I am quite old now. I have had the experience of a lifetime. And more. I have also found in my life that many people work hard and never give up. But despite that, they do not achieve success. I am a great example of this. I have focused my entire life on one goal, but I still have not achieved it today. How can I believe that what you are saying is right?" he continued. "You are leading these disciples in the wrong direction. Show them the right way. Do not mislead them, otherwise you will commit a great sin." The Guru smiled and said, "Do not doubt your entire life. I can dispel it in some time, but you must have the spirit of dedication for it. If you are committed to doing what I tell you, all the doubts in your mind will disappear. Then you will know the correct path to take step by step towards success. If you are willing to stay in my ashram for a few days, you will find that path. All the doubts in your mind will be eliminated." Those elders had already lost in their lives because despite their best efforts, they had not achieved success in their goals. That's why they were ready to stay in the ashram. But on one condition, they told the Guru that if their words proved to be wrong, then these disciples would learn a very big lesson that they could not learn in their entire life. "But if you are proven wrong, then you will have to leave here without any guru's degree because you cannot confuse the disciples in this way. This is wrong and it is a sin for you too. After that, you will have no right to this position." The Guru accepted the challenge. The next morning, he went to that old man with some seeds in his palm. While holding his palms in front of him, the Guru said, "Listen to any of these ideas." Without thinking, the old man also chose 4 of them. Then, the Guru said to him, "Now it is your responsibility to transform these seeds into fruit. How do you transform these seeds into fruit is up to you. For this, you can choose any part of the ashram, and if you need any kind of assistance, you can come directly to me." The old man chose a part of the ashram where there were not many plants, only some grass was growing there. He cleared some soil and planted the seeds there, and began to take care of them regularly. At that time, giving water to the herd did not allow any animal or bird to come near him. After some time, the plants began to sprout from those seeds, but the plants only sprouted from 3 of the seeds. No plant sprouted from one of the seeds. This means that the seed had been damaged in the ground there. Slowly, the old man started taking even more care of those plants to prove his point. He regularly added manure and water to them and protected them from animals and birds. However, despite his efforts, only one plant survived. The other 2 plants were either drowned or destroyed due to rain. Eventually, the old man succeeded in growing a plant, and he discovered that it was producing flowers. Upon seeing this, the old man felt very happy. He quickly summoned his mentor, Shub Guru, to show him that the plant he had planted was now producing fruit. Upon inspecting it, the guru asked the old man a question. He asked him why he was only able to grow 1 tree out of the 4 seeds he had given him, and why only that 1 tree was producing fruit. The old man explained that this was simply the way things were, and that while 4 seeds may not always yield a tree, success could still be found in the growth of even 1. After this, it was time for the evening teaching. All the disciples sat down in their designated places to listen to the teachings. After the teaching, the guru went with the old man to his plant. Addressing all the disciples, I would like to continue my talk by saying that when we plant seeds in the soil, we often do not question the quality of the seed or the type of soil we are planting it in. We do not consider the kind of seed we are using and the kind of soil it will grow in, that is, the type of plant it will become and the fruit it will bear. We do not think about it at all. Whatever type of seed comes to our hands, we give it to any kind of soil without any thought, which results in the plant not being able to grow. Similarly, when choosing the goal of our life, we need to be very careful, because if the quality of our goal, like that of a seed, is not good, we will only face failure in the future. Therefore, we should think about what kind of goal we are choosing, what fruit we will reap from it in the future, and we should fully embrace that seed in our minds. This means that our mind is like the earth, the kind of soil it is, and the goal is like a seed. Therefore, before planting that seed on the ground, it is necessary to clear the soil as well. Often, when we plant a seed, we don't think about preparing the soil. We have to remove any weeds, add fertilizers, and give it water, and then the soil becomes ready somewhere down the line. The same applies to our minds. Whatever thoughts come to our minds, the goals we set after being influenced by others, are not entirely accurate. Those decisions are made under the influence of others. However, if we empty our mind's soil through focus, free ourselves from thoughts, and think impartially about that goal, we can see how it will shape our future. Then that seed will sink even deeper into our minds, and its result will be the same in the future. Remembering these 2 things doesn't necessarily guarantee success in our goals because adverse circumstances always arise. However, a wise person always knows that adversity comes to strengthen them, not weaken them. Some people give up on their goals in the middle of adversity, which is the biggest mistake a person can make. Because a plant will only bear fruit when it becomes a tree. But we don't want to wait for it to become a tree. The plant goes through various adverse situations. Sometimes the plant faces too much heat, hunger, and sunlight, and sometimes storms and rain. But if it can't tolerate those conditions, it will never become a tree and won't bear fruit. To become a strong tree, it has to go through those situations. Similarly, a person also has to endure the criticisms of society. Many people say that it's been too long since they started working on it, but they haven't achieved success. They are foolish. Who has that much time to spend on anything? But these are opposite situations, and the person who overcomes them continues to prepare himself for his goal with even more strength. Finally, after all of these things are completed, the person's greatest strength is their self-control. They must have patience, maintain self-discipline, and continue moving towards their goal quietly. One day, the plant will become a tree, and it will bear very sweet fruit. Because as much time as it takes for a tree to grow, that much sweetness is found in its fruits. Therefore, never consider yourself defeated in life and keep moving towards your goals constantly. After finishing his talk, the teacher asked the elderly man that if you still have any doubts in your mind as to why you were not able to achieve success in life, then you can ask. But if you had followed the things that I have mentioned, then you would have definitely become successful. The elderly man folded his hands and said to the teacher on Thursday that this disciple is very lucky to have found a mentor like you. I wish I had also found a guru who could guide me in my youth, then I too could have been successful in my life. But it's better late than never. At least today, I have come to know what mistakes I made and what shortcomings were there. Perhaps I can give my children the right education. Perhaps I can show them the right path. Today, my eyes have opened, but the pain is that my eyes have opened very late. Now, I have nothing left to do. Even if I try to acquire knowledge, what difference will it make to Simran? It will only give me pain and regret that I made these mistakes. On Thursday, Guru Var tapped the back of an elderly person and said that there is no age limit to acquire knowledge in life. You may feel like your time has passed, but think about it, before you leave this world, i.e., before you die, you should learn about an infinite truth, gain knowledge, and know about your mistakes. There are many people in this world who leave without realizing what mistakes they have made in their lives. But you are lucky. You have discovered that you can show the right path to future generations. There can be no greater task or goal in this world than showing the right path. If we set goals only for ourselves, then it only benefits us. But when we guide others, it benefits the entire universe. The whole world gets inspired by it. So, do not be disappointed. Keep a positive outlook towards life. Guru Var concluded his teachings by saying that from tomorrow, we will start working towards a common goal. We will nurture that goal completely in the soil of our mind so that it can bear good fruit in the future. So, friends, how did you like this story? Please tell us in the comments, and if you liked it, then do subscribe to this channel and press the notification bell. Because whenever we upload such informative stories, you will receive a direct notification. Until then, take care of yourself, and if you have any knowledge or any story, we'll meet you in the next one. Until then, take care.